Curve. Yes. Well, I received this today from a company that wanted us to test this out and do a review on it, being that we do so much woodworking. And hey, I thought that it'd be something really cool to do for this company. We're going to compare it to probably some other similar tools that we normally use in our arsenal when it comes to woodworking. But these are a Graff, and you get two different types of disc in this package. Best for woodworking, premium carbon steel, special Thorn design on the outside of them to actually eat the wood away. You get a curved one and you get a flat one. And they call them carving disc. Innovation on the front of the box. You get two of them in one box. Fit a 4.5 inch angle grinder or anything similar. And then 115, let's see what we got on here. Angle grinder carving disc for wood. Now it also says here, wood materials derived from wood, rubber, and plastic. So can be used on a variety of different things. Again, 4.5 inch, fits an arbor of 5/8, 7/8 to 5/8 inch. And this is the way they'll come to you if you buy from this company. And I'll also post some links down in the description where you can buy these on Amazon at. Again, I'll post some links down in the description where you can buy these at. Now let's get it out. Let's open the box up. Looks like they come to you very well packaged in a sealed bag with the adapter ring right there. Look like they're very well made. Now they are directional. Maximum RPM is 13,200. And I guess they got the manufacturer date stamped on this one here, 11 of 2023. And it does state here 4.5, 7/8 to 5/8 inch. You also have a metric millimeter rating. But if you look at it, pretty aggressive. Now later in the video, we're going to actually get on some wood and see how this thing chews it up. Pretty dadburn neat. Now you also have a little adapter ring here. You can go from one side to the other. Now that's on the more aggressive one. Curved one. Now we're getting back to the flat one. Same thing. It's got the little adapter ring. Fits inside there. Now this is flat, as you can see in the video. Not quite as aggressive as the other one, but I guess it's designed to be that way. You're just going to be creating a flatter surface on wood, most likely, because you're not going to be using the outer edges of it. Branded as Graff. Same thing on the back. It's got the manufacturer date, and it's got a reference number. Hope you can see that. Maximum RPM 13,200. Same thing, 4.5 inch, 7/8 to 5/8. Now let me mention this. Whenever you're working with these tools like this, you want to make sure you practice safety. Wear goggles, some kind of safety glasses, you know, maybe hearing protection to protect your hearing, and make sure you hold the angle grinder the correct way. There's a lot of different ways I've seen people using angle grinders, and they will hurt you guys. So be very, very careful, especially when you're running this one right here. I'm going to tell you, this thing right here is going to grab some wood. I've worked with this type of a disc, man, for about 5, 6, 7 years, and I can tell you that from my past experience, this thing is going to hog out some wood. So practice safety. Now I'm going to go ahead and get a couple of angle grinders out, put these on them, and then we're going to do some testing on some wood to see how they actually perform. All right, we're probably going to have a little bit of road noise. We're not too far from the highway, but that's the way the warehouse is set up, so we'll have to go with the flow. Now, you'll want to get you a grinder. Make sure, you know, 4.5 inch angle grinder, and you want to make sure that this thing is not powered up. Make sure it's not plugged in. Safety again, wear your glasses, wear your hearing protection, whatever you deem is necessary to make sure that you're using the tool safely and appropriately. Now, as you see, I've got an old wore out Akita here. And of course, it's got an adapter that goes on here like that and locks in place. Now, I will not need to use this little adapter here because the circumference of this hole is exactly what fits over that. See how that locks in there? You want to make sure that that thing is not wobbled out, that it sets in there flush and keeps it centered. So we'll put that back on there. We'll put this back on here, and then we've got our retaining nut that we have for our adapter kit here. You'll put that on there, and of course you'll use the appropriate tool to lock this in place. Myself, I don't have one right here with me, so I'm just going to grab the lock button on thing here, grab this, and tighten it up. There we go. Now this is the curved one, so this is the first one we're going to be using is the curved one. Now let's get some power to it and see what happens. I was actually pretty excited when this company sent these to us. And like I said, if you like them, I'm going to put some links down in the description below to where you can just click on the link and go directly to Amazon or wherever they're located at and buy these. Now, like I said earlier, this is the cup one. So let's see what it does on the outer edges. And we'll start over here, this section here. You know, that is actually pretty impressive. Now, I'm going to bring the camera in so you can see it a little bit better when I'm doing it. I'm holding it at an angle, and you want to make sure that you do not get your hand, close to this disc when it's running. Make sure you've got a handle here to grip, something to hang on to. If I get closer to the video, there we go. Make sure you keep your fingers away from this. If you've got a guard, use it. I don't have a guard for this grinder, so I'm having to be very, very careful with it the way it is. So let's try this again. Wow, real impressive. That thing will hog out some material pretty quick. Now let's say we want to make a bowl out of a piece of wood. I'm going to try to get this more centered. And we're going to try to cut this center section out right here as we're going to make a bowl. Okay, something else I want to mention right now before I forget is you seen the way I was holding this, and I'm coming this way. When you're grinding, this disc is going to try to push this grinder towards you. So make sure that you keep a good grip on it, and that way it stays away from your private parts and everything else that you don't want to get ate up. Now let's continue seeing if we can make a little bowl in this thing. Wow, all I can say is I'm impressed. The tool actually lives up to my expectations, which is not normal for me. I'm pretty picky about what I like to use. I think that this tool is the aggressiveness of it and the good control of it. You can do some really, really nice carving, sculptures, bowls, whatever your mind's set to. It's kind of limitless as to what you can do with it. Now this is cedar. And it does a really, really good job on cedar because it's a softer wood. I'm sure it'll do the same thing on a hardwood. But yes, the tool is a fantastic little tool. And compared to what they were years ago in prices, this thing is way, way cheaper. It's probably a half or a quarter of the cost of what the other tools when they first came out that was very similar to this. Now let's change the blade and go with the other one. Okay, now the same thing. All we're doing is we're taking the other blade off. We're putting the straight blade back on there, and we're going to see how it performs. The same thing goes true with the spacer, the size of the arbor. They're both the same on this. And of course, mine's the same. I haven't changed anything. So we'll put the lock on it, and again, we're going to spin this thing. There we go. Make sure it's all the way down. And we're going to spin it like that. Like I said, you should be using a tool, but I'm so used to using it by spinning, locking the button, and spinning it off. That works fine. Again, this is the flat one. And let's see what it does. We're going to cut probably some over in this area right here. Wow, I'm equally impressed with this one. Now, it does a little bit more, I don't know how you would explain it, but it works similar to the other one, but it's easier to control on a flatter surface. So I guess that's why they have a straight blade on this one, straight cut. Both of these, on a scale of 1 to, I mean, God, all the way up to 10, 0 to 10, man, I'd have to give these a 9.5, maybe even a 10. I haven't used them long enough to give them a perfect 10, I guess you could say, because I just got them. But I really appreciate the company that sent these out to me, and I will be buying more from them because I do a lot of woodworking and carving with these things, and I've been using a different brand that to me really wasn't worth what I was paying for. Now this one, compared to what I was paying and what they're selling these for, it's maybe 30% of what I paid for my last set that I bought from another company, and I won't mention their name because I bought their product. This video is sponsored by this company. They donated these to us to actually use and test and give a good, honest review. And I think the carving itself has given you a really good review. You've seen how short a time it's taken me to cut this out and what it's actually done. Now I'm gonna pull the camera down and get you a shot from the side so that you can see how much we've actually taken off. Well, here you go, guys. You see all of that dust and shavings that came off of there in the short period of time we was using these tools. Now, there you go. Take a look at that, would you? We've taken off some wood off of that old log right there in a short period of time. So to give you the final ruling on what I feel about these tools, like I stated earlier, 0 to 10, a 9, 9.5. Would I buy them? Yes, I would. Are they the tool that I would use for something like this? Yes, they are. And guys, if you like it, thumbs up, like and subscribe. Now, let me mention this. They also sent me 2 other, I'll give you saw blades for a angle grinder or a small saw. They're 4.5 inch. Now, we're going to do a review on theirs, their brand as well. It came from Graff also. And I'm going to be shooting a video of how they work as well. But if those saw blades are anything good as these trimming and carving discs, guys, I should have been buying from them a long time ago. Well, thumbs up, like and subscribe. This information helps you make a decision or buy a decision. Again, links will be posted down below. See you in our next video. Thanks for watching. Graff curved carving disc. Best for woodworking, premium carbon steel, special Thorn design for a lasting tool.